Invite them to a sex education class with Keith, John, and Marty. Vern is joining us today. I got to get his name right. Vern Sherd is joining us here at Center Stage in about 12 minutes or so. I'm feeling energized today. Had a great weekend. Had a wonderful weekend with my wife. A nice Valentine's weekend. Got a lot done. Had some nice food. Had some nice time together. Hung out with my kids. Oh, man. Had lots of time with the kids.
She's almost got herself weaned off her pain pills, which is really good. She doesn't like that.
We just have to adapt, my brother. We just have to adapt. Could you imagine being in a canoe and getting swallowed by a whale? I did a quick little test. I said, hey, do some deep research on men's health trends that are affecting men in 2025. It was like me giving an assistant. It went and dug into a bunch of science journals, science websites, took about 30 minutes, came back and spit out, Marty, this incredible fucking essay of information. Turks and Caicos, a lady lost two hands to a shark.
Oh my God.
Bit both her hands off. Apparently, this lady was out in the water and got attacked by a shark, and she tried to bat it away. Bit off both of her hands.
He built such a perfect profile for a sperm donor that people were picking him.
Wow.
That makes sense?
I would be screaming at the top of my lungs as well if I was swallowed by a whale. I think you go through a job change, you go through a life change, and all of a sudden you end up in the pantry. You end up on the couch. You end up depressed. You end up just going in a direction where you don't want to end up. And next days, weeks, months go by.
At the end of the day, like, we all go through shit. Men go through shit. It does not matter your profession. It doesn't matter what race you are, right? What comes down to your response to depression or the anxiety or whatever it is.
The problem is you woke up and you said, yeah, I'm going in a different direction than those folks. They didn't change. Nope. Some people in your life, I'm going to tell you this right now, they don't know how to handle that. He's built a career, business, and a roadmap to early retirement, all while spinning records. And Johnny, rescuing greyhounds.
In this world, you should be good at more than one thing because you said life throws you curveballs, and that way you can always adapt and change as needed. A lot of times, you are your own worst enemy. You sabotage yourself. You already have pressure coming from all directions. Why cause any more undue pressure by putting pressure on yourself? If you undergo some kind of a layoff, use that as an opportunity to make yourself better. Because what's going to happen, if you make yourself better in the meantime, you're going to come out a better person on the back end. When you're in a situation where you do not feel comfortable, a lot of times doing something comfortable will make you feel comfortable. When you're in uncharted waters, it's always nice to have something that you can rely on, something that you're more familiar with, and that's going to help you navigate the transition.
Teasing's how we as brothers show love to each other.
Whoever told you that, they were pulling your leg. Basically,
did you know if you snooze 9 minutes a day for the entire year, you're going to be 2.5 days behind the other guy who doesn't? It's just actually quite crazy.
I don't like the music of today. There's no imagination. It's sanitized. I like the music, the retro music of the past. And I think another thing is whenever a situation, if there's a crisis in the country or people are feeling down, I found that nostalgia is a big pick-me-up.
It's time to start switching it up. Let's increase the weight. Let's do something we're not comfortable doing, because at a certain point, you're going to plateau. Part of getting results is making your body uncomfortable. And when you make your body uncomfortable, that's when change happens. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself in the gym. That's the fitness tip for today.
You have to have a destination. You have to have a purpose. It doesn't end there. It's almost like it's a new beginning. Start even earlier, because that gives you that extra buffer when you get older, especially when it comes to financial planning and money. You may have your heart set on something, but you always have to have a plan B and a plan C, because nothing ever turns out the way you think. And that's okay. A lot of people in procurement, they don't grow up saying, I want to be a procurement officer. If they do that, I think they need to see a shrink, first of all, because it's not for everybody.
Your mentality and mindset on the vertical stream is key to surviving today's career transition.
Adapt or perish.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Don't be afraid to aim high with your goals.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't make it to the top, you come up a little short, you're still going to be in a better place than you were before. So just stay the course, go for your passions, and ultimately You have to do something that makes you happy. In the end, that's all that matters.
Self-sabotage is a difficult one for people, human beings, to deal with. I was getting crushed by it this morning. It seemed no matter what I did, I was just constantly cluttered. Movement creates momentum, creates motivation, and ultimately it's the discipline that you have to do your daily rhythm that will get you out of this, I guess you'd say, this really fucked up state of mind.
I lost my job at the company I founded and sold for millions. I was stuck and spiraling. Happiness? Yeah, says who? My accountant? My financial advisor? I cut anything out that didn't matter to me. And if it wasn't adding value, it was out. And it was an honest fucking conversation with myself. Like, no, that's not working. I got to get rid of it. No more yes to things that didn't move me forward. Movement, momentum starts with movement. Change starts with a decision. And then it's about showing up every day until you become who you were meant to be.
You can be a kind person and distance yourself from someone who is not bringing happiness, quality, whatever adjective you want to use to your life. When I made the decision, okay, I'm going to become, I'm like, okay, I'm truly taking this serious about becoming a strawman. That was my first venture. Literally, the only people that I considered friends, I could only talk to on the telephone all of a sudden because everybody around me was fucking gone.
Talk about the courage it takes as a 31-year-old, 32-year-old man to go, dude, I'm not hanging out with you anymore, man, because you're pulling me in the wrong direction.
If you don't let go of the past, it won't let you live.
God no longer wanted that situation or that person in your life.
Boom.
And don't fight against it. Because if you fight against it, he's going to be like, all right, I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
And then a disaster is going to happen.
If you show up with us every single day and hang out with us and get after every single day and moving mountains and going in the direction nobody else is going, then I think that you are an extraordinary human being.
The bench in the locker room broke, so we got to deal with that. And that's probably going to be the most exciting thing of the day.
Mornings and Live with Keith and Friends, the only morning show to get your ass to bed. We go 8 o'clock Eastern time right here on LinkedIn, YouTube, X, and then you will find our content across all of the platforms to keep you guys moving, motivated. Texting should be simple, right? You send a message, get a reply, and you move on. Really? Is it that simple? I don't know. If you got an iPhone, you're sitting on a gold mine of hidden iMessage tricks that'll make texting smoother, faster, and let's be honest, way more fun. Some texts deserve more than just words. If you hold the blue send button before sending your message, you choose from the bubble effect, slam, loud, gentle, screen effect. You can have a lot of fun with your friends along the way. Change is happening. Denial's not going to stop it. The sooner you name it, the sooner you can deal with it.
Everything that comes our way, one way or the next, is good. It's all good.
Yesterday is not tomorrow. Yesterday is the past.
You accept the fact that the worst outcome you can deal with. You don't want it, but you can deal with it. Now you stop that anticipation of what it could be is over. You've already mapped it out. Now let's focus on the good.
What if you succeeded? Because most people think they're going to fail. Stress is not the enemy. It's the fuel. Stress isn't the enemy. It's fuel.
Are you doing the shit that most people won't do?
Yeah. Sometimes we need
that silver lining is always there. You just got to fucking look for it.
If what you're going to say is not going to move the conversation forward, then what the hell's the point of saying it? Your life becomes someone else's highlight reel. So I was like, I don't need that FOMO. I don't need that bullshit. I'm leaving it. Someday never comes. Yeah, it just doesn't come. Someday don't come. No, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they all come, but someday never come. No,